Hi guys, I know it's been a little while since I've done a video and I apologize for that, but there's been a lot going on here over the past month with the whole COVID-19 thing, and I've been doing some soul searching, really getting a chance to sit down and think, what do I want with this invention, what do I want with this patent, what would I like to come out of the project. And one of the things that I sort of realized is I'm an inventor. I'm not someone who is all hype about running a company or even starting a company for that fact. I'm an idea guy. I love to create technology. I love to build technology, and I'd like to keep doing that for the rest of my life. It'd be super nice to earn a living doing that, but I don't necessarily want to start a company. So I know I was all excited about doing the Kickstarter right before the whole COVID-19 thing hit, but it's given me a little bit of time with the COVID-19 thing to evaluate whether that was really what I wanted with this project or if I was after something else. And in some ways, it's I won't say it was sad, but it was an interesting realization, coming to the realization that I didn't necessarily want to own a company or start a company. I would probably, given the choice, I'd probably really just want to sell the rights. Running this in reverse, by the way, so you don't tear into the plastic. Should have probably bored them out before. Haven't planned this video out. I haven't really given it any thought. I just asked my wife if she would start recording. And so here we are. Because these have been sitting on the table for a month.
With the cats almost knocking them off every night.
Putting them in jeopardy, and I was like, I need to do this video because people are wondering where I've gotten to and why I haven't done a video in a long time. It's got a sticker at that end, that won't work. So I thought, let me go ahead and start putting these together. And obviously these were printed. These are printed units, so they're going to be far more fragile than ones that are injection molded. Okay, maybe I should have run that forward after I went in reverse. I'll do that on the next ones. But that doesn't even have any glue yet. It's just together with the friction of the parts. Adding a little bit of the super glue will lock everything in. That's pretty cool. Believe it or not, this is the first time I'm actually sitting here putting this together after so long. So, I do apologize for the big delay, and it wasn't intentional, but I was using it just like you, maybe do some soul searching now and again. This has been a huge project, a huge part of my life, so a little bit of soul searching. Alright, we'll run forward and reverse, that'll probably help. Maybe I'll try one and forward. Okay, not too bad.
Okay.
I was afraid it would just kind of tear through. Okay, it looks like you can go straight forward with a 3/8 drill bit. Just watch your fingers on the back end. Anyway, so I'm gonna start actively looking for companies that would be producing residential sized wind turbines. See if anyone would be interested in perhaps doing a license agreement with the patent rights for Harmony. I'm going to keep moving ahead with the prototypes because giving them data will help in the end. You want to, I don't even know why I'm saying this stuff because I'm probably not going to be producing these Kickstarter kits. If I'm just going to be selling the patent rights. And one of the things that I want to put into the agreement is that the company would need to ensure that they're producing these and getting them out to the public within, I don't know, 18 months or something. We would work on that in the license agreement. And I would stipulate that I do not want this technology to be put on the shelf. I want it to be out in the public, helping you, your friends, your family, save on your electric bill. But I don't want to run a company. I don't want to have some startup, and it's just so many headaches running a company, doing payroll, doing HR, dealing with the legal aspects of it. I want to invent. That's what I am. I'm an inventor. I've got 83 other pieces of technology, 83 other inventions sitting here waiting for their day in the sunlight. And if I divert the next however many years of my life to doing this, it could be a success, but it could be a huge chunk of my life that I lose to something in the end that I did poorly. Not because the product is bad, not that at all, but because maybe I'm not the best business person in the world. And I don't want my failure at business to be the reason that Harmony would fail. So that's where my thought process is. It'd be far better for someone to, boy, that top one is just tight. That's the wonderful aspect of 3D printing. Things aren't 100% accurate all the time with the lower end printers like what I have. Not quite as accurate as you would like. Holding tolerances can be a little bit fun, a little challenging. Okay. So anyway, I'm kind of apologizing for it being a while since I made a video, but the explanation is that I've been doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of thinking, a lot of coming to realization and coming to terms with the fact that, I don't want to own and run some crazy company making something I know nothing about. I don't have a clue what it takes to really produce and get these out to the public, how much scrutiny I'd be under from other organizations that would be coming up in opposition to our product and the competition. Sure, someone who'd be all gung-ho and want to do that might take that head on and love every single day, but I think in the end I would be miserable because I'd be running a company and fighting with all the company type things rather than doing what I love, which is this, inventing and creating technology. So I'm going to see if I can't find a way to do a license agreement that would allow us to have Harmony out there in the public so that you guys can get the benefits of it as soon as possible without delay because I'm not doing something right or not getting something finished in time or whatever. It's not where my head is at, really, when you think about it. It's kind of cool how this is going together. Mm-hmm. It's just like Big Mama downstairs. Mama Harmony. Yeah. Only on a much smaller scale. stupid sticker. Take the sticker off your dowel rod first. This also, you know, even though we would do every attempt that we could to make the kits easy to assemble, people would probably break things doing this. And
do you want me to hold something?
Hold something?
Yeah.
No.
It looks like you need a second hand.
No, it just fell out because I was being rough with it. It's kind of cool how even 3D printed as they are, imperfect as they are, you can see how it's going together quite well. And I don't have any glue on this right now. So, you know, that's how it goes together. In the one I have downstairs, I have two different ways that I can assemble it, where the corkscrew is kind of going clockwise or it's going counterclockwise. And I'm sure once it gets into prototyping and testing, we'll figure out that one way is better than the other, because as it's spinning, the Venturi effect fluid, Venturi effect fluid turbines spin like a corkscrew, and they're probably pushing the air down towards the ground as they're spinning or up into the air. And I would think one of those methods would give you better results. Probably not a lot better, but it might be measurable. So I'd be interested in seeing that data. The cool thing is, if I do get this little guy together and it holds up reasonably well, we can hop in the car with it and kind of hold it out the window carefully and create whatever wind we want with the moving vehicle. I'll put one more of these on, I think. But I'm gonna stop there after that stupid sticker. So, I don't know. I still have more soul searching to do, more thinking to do, but we're in the midst of the whole COVID-19 pandemic, and I've got the time to think, I've got the time to collect my thoughts, and so I am going to do that. I'm going to start considering what I could do to license the rights for Harmony, get it out there to a company that I feel would support our goals and get this out to the public as reliably and quickly as possible. Probably far quicker than I could. I mean, you know, my gosh, there's so much that goes into forming a company. If I sell the rights to this to a company that's already doing wind turbines, all they have to do is incorporate this into their existing product lines, ramp up the supply chain for it, and you know, they're off and running. They've already got the company. They've already got the infrastructure. I would have to be fighting that uphill battle the whole way, building my own company from scratch. And yes, I invented Harmony and know the mechanics and the engineering behind it, but that doesn't, you know, tap me on the head and knight me as the best CEO in the world or someone who can bring the company to life. I'm excited about it. I'm driven to see it succeed, but it doesn't mean that I would be a good CEO. And in the end, that's what makes a good company. You know, the product can be the best product in the world, but if you have a crappy company or a crappy CEO, then the whole thing's for nothing. So I don't want to do that. I would like very much to see this produced and out in the public as quickly as possible so that it can help everyone. And I know I've said that before, but if nothing else, I'm emphasizing the fact that it's very important to me that that happens. So I had somebody write to me a while back. I'm not going to say the person's name, but that individual was upset with me that I was moving away from the full-sized work that I was doing to try and do the smaller scale versions. And so much so that this person said they were going to probably stop following my work and wished me the best, but they couldn't sit around waiting for me to, I don't remember the exact phrasing, something like playing with toys or whatever. And that's fine. I don't believe I'm playing with toys here. I think it's a necessary step because the full version of Harmony that I have down the basement, or the large scale model, there's so much to it that I'm already running into those brick walls of how do I get the right generator pairing with it? How do I get a wind tunnel to do the proper testing or access to a wind tunnel? There's so many things that I was running into, obstacles that I was hitting before I even had this company started, that, to think about where I would go with all these problems and challenges to overcome, it's a daunting task. You have to have a company in place that's already got this stuff. And I think that would be the chance for success that this company needs. I believe that having Harmony in the hands of a company that respects and understands how good it can be and then works to that end would be the kind of company we'd want to sign a deal with. Someone that's got the facilities, got the infrastructure that they can properly test it, they can properly deploy it, they have installers, they've got facilities to do wind tunnel and performance testing. All of these things fitting into place would make for a far more successful startup or product launch in this case. Cool. Well, there's 3 of them. It needs the 4th to be the full helix, but you can see how it's going together. And then I've, of course, got to get in there and glue it. I didn't want to start gluing it together as I was assembling, because if I found a flaw, then you've got it glued together and now you're really in a pickle. But you can see it's going together pretty well. This last 2, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I ran out of the filament that's on these, and this filament is so horrible. It's like I may reprint 2 more of these because it actually, here you can see how it's cracking and delaminating. It's, I hate to get it on and get it together, and then I have one of the scoops that's just shredding and coming apart. That's awful. See, get your camera down in there, hon. See how it's, I don't know if you can see the cracking.
Not really well.
Yeah. There.
Yeah.
Yeah. I may reprint these 2. Again, problems with 3D printing. It's not the best solution. Yeah, here. I'm glad I'm done with that filament. See that? That's awful. I mean, yes, I could put tape on it, but that's stupid. The other ones that I have in here, it was a much, much better bond. I don't know why that filament was so goofy. Anyway, so there it is. I just literally talked my way through putting the first 3 levels together. Still have to, I've tried NEMA 17 motors, and I'm not happy with the wattage that they produce. They're, even when I spin them with the drill and stuff, I'm only getting a horrible, like, 10 watts of power, and that's ridiculous. I should be able to get, you know, with a drill or something, I should be able to push all the way up to 100 watts of power if I wanted to. But clearly, if I can't run it, the little NEMA 17 motor that I showed you guys in the other video down the basement, and produce an appreciable amount of energy, then obviously Harmony's not going to magically make it produce any more than it can. So I need a better, if anyone has suggestions for a better small generator that I can use, or a motor that I can buy off of Amazon and flip it around to use as a generator, I'm all ears. But these are the things that, as I'm working through this stuff, I think, you know, a company that's set up and, you know, they've already tested 15 different generators, 25 different generator types, and they know what works well with their systems. They wouldn't run into these problems like I am, and they wouldn't see these things as huge obstacles like I may. They would simply be able to move forward with work they've done, coupling it with the new incoming designs, and the goal would be to get a product out the door as quickly as possible. So yeah, at any rate, it's kind of exciting, it's kind of scary to think about approaching companies and saying, I've got this technology that I'd really like you to take a look at. Can you help me get this out there to the public? Would you be interested in purchasing the licensing rights to it? It's kind of like giving away your baby, but I have to be okay with that because I've got 83 other babies waiting to be born. And if I sit there and work for the next 10 years trying to do this, I'm not sure that's the right direction to go. Harmony is a wonderful, amazing product, but I need to move the idea now into the hands of someone that can bring it to you, to the public, so that this can come to life. You're waiting already 2 years for this product. You've watched it from the birth to where it's at now. And, you know, I want to get it out there to you. I want to see it running on top of my roof and my neighbor's roof and my family's roofs, on your roofs. I want to see it everywhere, helping the world wherever it can help the world. So if you have any suggestions, if you have any companies that you've got contacts with, let me know. And I am all ears, because I think this is the direction that I'd like to go with it, to move that goal forward. You know, it's not an easy task to bring a company to life, and I'm starting to realize that might be the wrong direction to try and push this. The technology's here. I need the concept far enough along that they can take it and run with it, but I think that's where I need to come to terms with it. Okay, enough babbling for now. Thank you. I'm sorry for the, I don't know, couple weeks, maybe 4 weeks between my last update and now. So, but I needed some time to think about some things, and I hope you understand. Thank you very much, and I look forward to any comments, suggestions, and possible leads that you, the community, may have to help get this into the right type of company. Okay, take care.